classmates. I'm Emily, and this is my good friend Dakota, who I know from Hawaii. And we're going to interview him today. So, Dakota, you're 19, a 2014 Lelehua Hawaii high school graduate, and I hear you've been doing a lot of traveling lately. Is that right?
That's correct, Emily. I've been traveling through Europe for about 2 months now, and I've been to 3 different countries. I started in Ireland, Dublin, Ireland, and then I made my way to Longford, Ireland, and then from there I flew to London, and I spent about a week in London, and then from there I caught a bus through Paris, and I made my way to Germany, and here I am now.
Wow, so interesting. Sounds so neat. So, how did you come up with this adventurous idea, and how long do you intend to stay traveling in Europe?
Oh, that's a good question. I actually decided to travel with 4 other people, and they're all my cousins. So there's 5 of us total.
Mm-hmm.
And back in June of this year, we were sitting in St. George, Utah, and we decided that we would want to go and travel through Europe for a whole year.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So the 5 of us, we did some planning, and we kind of decided where we wanted to go. And it's actually, the trip is very big. It's like a big project.
Yeah.
There's different parts to it. Okay. So the 5 of us decided to start in Ireland, but from there we're all going to split up into our own journeys.
Wow.
So it's 5 separate journeys, and from there we also decided that we were going to start our journey with no money of our own, so 0 cents in our pockets when we started, and we're also going to be documenting, videotaping, and taking pictures of everything that we do and the people we meet. And we also want to ask people that we meet a question, and that question is, what does love mean to you? Because we wanted to see what love meant to the people of the world, and we thought it'd be a really interesting thing to get everyone's perspectives organized and share it with other people on social media and stuff like that.
That sounds like such an awesome idea. Wow, it's so inspirational. You must be so brave to split up from your cousins and just kind of be out here alone with no money and
oh yes,
just make it day to day. So now that you guys have split up, where are your cousins?
All right, so there's 5 of us. I have one of them. He is 27. His name is Kaimona. And right now he is actually in Texas. He flew back home for my brother's graduation ceremony.
Okay.
He's an officer in the Air Force, so he flew back for that. And right now he tells me he plans to jump on a canoe called the Hokulea.
Wow.
And that's going to be sailing around the world, and it's going to make its way to Paris for some protests that they're doing. Mm-hmm. So he plans on going there to dance for them and to chant with them during the protest. And my other cousin, her name is Eliani. She came on this journey 6 months pregnant.
Wow.
So yeah, she's pretty big already.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, and so she flew home. She went to Philadelphia, but now she's back in Hawaii because she wanted to give birth. And then after that, she was thinking about continuing traveling. But right now, she's just focusing in on her children and her health.
Mm-hmm.
And then my other cousin, her name is Summer Rose. She was in Scotland, and then she flew to Portugal. And from Portugal, she encountered some problems, so she just flew home for a little bit. She's in Austin, Texas right now, and from Texas she wants to fly to South Korea and then begin traveling again in Asia.
Okay.
And then I have our last cousin, Connor. He is actually in Rome right now, and he's helping to build a ship. I'm not exactly sure of the details, but he's having a lot of fun over there.
Oh, cool.
Yep, and I am here in Germany spending time with you.
True. So, with all of you guys being separated, and don't you ever feel kind of homesick?
Oh, gosh, yes, all the time. I feel really homesick a lot, especially during, the holidays, during Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Of course.
It makes you think a lot about your family and kind of everything you left behind, because it is my first time being away from my family for an extended period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never really been separated for this long, and it surprised me at how difficult it was. Just really missing your family and your home. But with all the traveling I've been doing and all the people I've been meeting, the feeling of homesickness kind of fades away with all the excitement and all the fun that you're having. But yeah, I do feel homesick quite often.
I can imagine. So, what really made you decide that traveling Europe for a whole year was what you really wanted to do instead of pushing for college or just kind of to take a year and to travel? What made you decide to want to do that?
Oh, well, I had been accepted to college after high school, and so going to college was definitely an option for me. And I was also very much a part of my church, the religion that I practiced back home, and they have plans for you after high school as well. So a lot of it, I just felt like I felt really pressured to do what was expected of me, to go to college, to do what my church wanted me to do, and I felt like I just wanted to do what I wanted to do. So in order for me to really be free and make my own decisions, I decided to accept my cousin's invitation to travel with them for a whole year. And during this time, I hope to figure out what I eventually want to do long term with my life, career-wise, and stuff like that.
So what's your favorite place you've been so far?
Oh, that's a tough one. I really, really enjoyed Longford, Ireland, which is the second place I went to. While I was there, I stayed for 3 weeks with a man named Frankie, and he actually built horse carriages in the farmlands in Ireland, and he had his own farm. There were horses, there were dogs, there were sheep. So it was a different experience. I've never really I've never worked on a farm before, and I drove a tractor, and we helped him to gather turf. It's like this kind of firewood that they use in Ireland. It's made out of mud or something like that. But it was a lot of work, but it was also a lot of fun. Building horse carriages isn't easy.
I'd imagine it'd be a lot of labor.
Yeah, it was. I was sore every day, but it was great. It was beautiful. There was like fields I could walk through, and it was just a lot of fun. I had a great time there.
So when you go to a new place, what's your favorite part of it?
Ooh, that's an interesting question too. Of course, I always look forward to the food. Food is number one.
Of course.
But I also look forward to the people, because you learn a lot from people all over the world. People are different everywhere that I go, and I just love meeting them and hearing their stories and having fun experiences with them. It's really great meeting all the new people. And I also look forward to just whatever I'll be experiencing in that area, because everywhere is different. It offers its different scenery, it's different things to do entertainment-wise, and I just really look forward to all the new experiences that I get to have in each place that I go to. And I'm looking forward to the ones I will have, but I've also really enjoyed the ones that I've had already.
That's great. So, where do you see yourself in a year? After this whole crazy adventure is over.
Well, I actually don't have a solid answer for you on that one, because I didn't see myself going traveling for a whole year a year ago. I actually probably saw myself in school or working back in the States. So I don't know. I don't really think that far ahead just yet. I don't know. It might be like being young, you don't like to think about what will happen in the future. But for right now, I'm kind of just focusing in on what I'm doing now. And then I feel like eventually I'll be able to know what I want to do long term. Even though a year isn't really that long term, but for me it is. Like, I haven't even thought where I'll be in a year, but yeah, I just hope to figure it out while I'm out here and just go with the flow,
Well, I think that's fantastic. I think everyone should do a little bit of that in their life. And I wanted to thank you for allowing me to interview you.
Oh, anytime.
And that's it.
All right, thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much. Bye-bye. Please be longer than 5 minutes.